The Wild. The Weaver. And the Worm. 3 primal forces from which the world Gaia springs. The Wild is creation, formless and abundant. The Weaver shapes, making order out of chaos. The Worm, whose purpose was to destroy the old, to make room for the new, went mad. Now, a force of corruption, feeding on greed, malice, and hate. It ravages Gaia. Through its unwitting accomplices, mankind, the balance between those 3 forces is long gone now. Insidiously, the worm gains more and more ground every day, vitalized by the damage humans have brought to the earth. We, the werewolves, remain, born of man, beast, and spirit. We are the vindication of Gaia and the Wild.
All right. They should be ready now.
The best way to get out of the region is to attack their bottom line. We have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here. Ludmilla, if you please.
I've recently gained access to the system that controls all the on-site oil pumps. That's our target. We tamper with the pumps and send dummy data to the system to make them think their oil field has run dry.
Will that really be enough?
According to the internal files I got my hands on, they treat unprofitable sites like gangrenous limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
I don't know. Even if we do manage to push them out, they'll only set up somewhere else. We need to hurt them, bring them down, not chase them away.
We've already talked about this, Cahal. They're too close to the cairn. If we stage an attack, they'll look for the ones who did it. I don't want Indran's eyes on our home. Our best option is to work in the shadows.
But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on her own in enemy territory. I don't like it.
I'm going to be fine, Call. We've been preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the risks.
And if there's any sign of trouble, you and I go in and retrieve her. But I'd rather we stay covert. Ludmilla will have the easiest time on her own.
I'm heading out. I want to be done before daybreak. Take care of Adana while I'm away. I think she's going a little crazy all cooped up in here.
It's our duty to be here. She needs to learn that it's hers too.
She's just a teenager, Call. We were young once too, remember? Take care of her while I'm out. Love you. See you soon.
Not looking forward to packing all this up tomorrow morning. Endron. One of the most destructive companies North America has to offer. Known for their violence and endless greed. I don't like thinking that Ludmilla's on her own, Rodko.
I understand. She's my sister, remember?
What about Rafik? He never leaves his lupus shape. No one would have noticed him.
I gave it a lot of thought. Her chances of success are better if she's alone. It's as simple as that. If things don't go as planned, you can tear through as much Endron scum as you like to get her out. But for now, we stay put. Go. Rest while we wait.
Got everything squared away?
Not a lot to square away. All I'm doing is pressing a button once Ludmilla gets me hooked up. Still got a ways to go before I can do much more than that. If I tried to breach their network, they'd be on us in a second.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're 10 times better at hacking than me or Rodko with your eyes closed. Just give it time.
I know, but... Thanks. A little pep talk never hurts. But how are you doing? Talk to your daughter yet?
No, not yet. I'm just heading her way. Ava did an impressive job installing all this. Not that she'd ever admit it. She still has so much... Hey, how you doing?
I'm bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do here, and it's wet and miserable.
Don't worry, our work here's nearly finished. You'll be back at the cairn with your friends before you know it.
I know, but why'd you have to drag me out here in the first place? It's not like you've got me doing anything out here.
Your mom wanted you to come along, so you could see what our field missions entail.
They entail a bunch of bullshit. All we ever do is watch and take notes. We're not accomplishing anything.
Language, young lady. And preparation is key. Know how your enemy will respond before you move. Faux stripped of surprise is fangless.
Why didn't you go with Mom anyway? She's all alone out there. If something happens to her...
I wish I could have. But Rodko wants us to keep a low profile. And there's no one better at that than your mom.
Rodko's a dumbass.
Hey, that's your uncle you're talking about. And the leader of our pack. You know it's his job to make those decisions. And like I said, all that observation we were doing was minimizing the danger. Your mother will be just fine, Edie. Don't worry.
Shit.
Cahal, wake. We're gonna need you. A helicopter just touched down on the site's landing pad. Apparently it's some Endron exec. Their presence has shaken things up.
Shaking things up how?
Guard patrols have been changed, and some areas have been locked down, including the one Ludmilla's in. They still haven't discovered her, though.
So what's the plan now?
The mission's sunk. We go in there, get her out, and wait for things to quiet down. But to get her off-site, the locked-off areas need to be manually unlocked, and Ludmilla's stuck on the wrong side.
Shit.
Fortunately, she has already secured a terminal. She'll guide you to her location over the radio. Go now. Bring her back. There's no time to waste. My sister needs you.
Ludmilla, I'm on my way.
Remember, stay out of sight. I'll open any door I have access to through their network. I've opened all the external ducts. I'm locked in the turbine room in the center of the site. You'll have to get here without being seen. The area you're passing through should be deserted right now, though.
Door's locked. Ava?
There's gotta be a terminal close by. Find it. Oh, and deactivate any cameras you see while you're at it.
guards. Ludmilla, we've got a lot of company.
The arrival of the Endron exec has changed their setup. Tell me where you are.
I'm looking at the southern part of the outer fence. And a shit ton of guards. There's no way I'll be able to make a move without being seen.
Southern part of the outer fence. Got it. There. That should distract them for a few minutes. But if a guard does see you...
He won't live long enough to raise the alarm. They sold their souls to Endron. They don't get anywhere, see?
Hell of a time for a malfunction. I'll go check it out.
Any idea what could have caused it?
I don't care. I just want it fixed, fast. Some big shot just arrived on site. The folks upstairs want everything to be perfect.
I'm in the refinery.
Perfect. I'm not far now. Nearly at the passageway leading into it. Shit! Something's following me.
What is it?
I think it's a black spiral dancer. He's...
Ludmilla, just hold on. Fuck! Rodko.
I heard. Who's sticking around? We fight. Now go. I'll meet you with Rafik.
I'm done fucking around.
Call. Tell 80.
No! Please, no! No. Ludmilla. It's me, Cahal. Listen to me. Cahal, damn it! No. You need to fight the rage. Cahal, that's Rafid! Stop it! No! What have I done? Rafik. There's no time to mourn. We need to go.
Just reported back to base. Not that there's anything to report.
No kidding.
Though I guess we've got a special guest coming tonight.
Yeah, an Endron rep no less. She should be here soon.
You know they're hiring, right? Think you'd ever make the move to Endron? Hey! What the...
All clear, Dusk. We're good to go. "5 years ago, I abandoned the woods of Tarker's Mill. I abandoned my cairn. Endrin killed my wife. I gave in to rage. The worm touched my soul. I had to leave my daughter. It was the hardest decision I ever made.
And in other news, Endrin is joining the fight against global warming. The energy company today announced that their new biofuel will be hitting the market soon. This revolutionary new formula will be unveiled alongside the opening of their new headquarters in...
This exile was my only choice. I'd become a danger to my pack. I often wonder what's become of them. Of Rodko, of Ava, of 80. This is the closest I've been to Tarker's Mill in 5 years.
Cahal, we're here. You're up.
How much time do we have before they notice the guards on the outside have gone quiet?
They report in by radio every hour. That's our deadline for getting our hands on the explosives and getting out of here.
What do your clients intend to do with them anyway?
The Weatherstormers? They're planning on blowing up a big Magadon pharmaceutical plant.
Good fucking riddance. I know Magadon's methods. They're the scum of the earth.
And guess what? These explosives were originally headed to Endrin, another megacorp of assholes. Stealing from them is just icing on the cake.
Let's go through the plan again, just to make sure everything's clear.
You've got to swap the delivery label on the crate of explosives intended for Endrin. You do that, and they'll load us up with smiles on their faces. All you've got to do is open the gate to their delivery bay for me. I'll create a diversion while you're exchanging the labels.
Got it. We'll have to play it tight, though. One hiccup and the plan falls through.
We'll have you sneak around back by their storage facility. Security should be pretty thin there, especially if you go through the ventilation ducts.
All right. I'm off.
Hey, before you go, are you sure you're up for this, man? You seem kind of stressed out back in the truck.
Just been a long time since I've been out this way. Brings back memories. Forget it. We've got a job to do.
Right. If you need me, I'm just a chirp away. Good luck, brother.
This month's orders are packed in the delivery bay and ready to go. Let's do our inventory checks for next month.
I'm inside.
Good. Try to keep a low profile, would you?
Reached out to me, you know. They're hiring and the pay's pretty good.
I'm sure it is. They're going toe-to-toe with a group of activists right now. Lambda mankind. If I were you, I'd stay here. Keep your head down.
Sound the alarm!
You hear the new Endron announcement about their new biofuel? They say they're going green by the end.
We've got a...
Hello there. They're not running the most attractive operation here.
I mean, they're pumping out weapons for Endron, not selling timeshares. Looks probably aren't their priority.
I made it to the delivery bay.
Good. See that command post next to the gate? You should be able to open things up for me from there.
Dusk, you're up.
On it. Once I've got their attention, you go find what we came for and slap on this fancy new delivery label. Got it?
Hey, you in the truck. What are you doing here? I'm just here for a pickup. Pickup? What are you talking about? There's no pickup on the schedule. Well, check it again.
I gotta be honest. You really think I'd drive all the way out to the ass end of nowhere if I didn't have a pickup?
All right. But I'm gonna have to search that truck. Then we'll see about that pickup.
According to the intel we received, the crates of explosives should be stored around here. All right, Dusk. The delivery label's been switched.
Then it's time for us to get the hell out of Dodge.
Wait. I smell something. Give me a minute to check it out. I knew I smelled it. Silver. Whoever ordered this intends to kill Garu. Dusk. They're shipping out silver bullets. You know what that means.
Change plans?
Change of plans. I need to find out who's buying these bullets and why. Buy me some more time. I'll make good use of that.
Upstairs. She's from Endron, here for the special order.
The silver bullets? Who... Shit. Golden guns while she's at it?
You know what they say. The client is king, especially when the client's name is Endron.
What's that? Come on out. Show yourself.
Shipment's loaded. How are things on your end?
Shouldn't be much longer.
You were supposed to have delivered the ammunition 1 week ago. 1 week. Endron doesn't like waiting.
Well, paying, clearly. You're not getting anything until Endron is paid up. You can tell that to your President Watkins in person.
I don't think you understand what's at stake here.
Oh, I understand that you've just been attacked and you're looking to hit back. I also understand that you need our ammunition to do that. And we've got that ammunition right downstairs, ready and waiting to go as soon as you've paid us. Sorry, Major, but business is business.
Well, fuck you two. Then we'll attack Tarker's Mill without your help. And rest assured, Mr. Watkins will hear about this.
Tarker's Mill. Hey! You and I need to talk.
Who are you? How'd you get in?
I'm asking the questions. Who are you talking to? The woman! And what's this attack on Tarker's Mill?
I'm calling security.
Try it and it'll be the last thing you ever do. Who's the woman who wanted silver bullets?
Major Grainer? She works for Endron. Ever since they set up their sites at Tarker's Mill, they've been having problems with the local population. And if someone comes to see me, it means they plan on solving their problems with raw firepower. Come.
on now.
I've answered your questions, but I'm a busy man. I've got things to do. Let's put a stop to this little farce. I advise you to stay put while I call my guards. This is your one chance to walk out of here alive, so I wouldn't waste it if I were you.
You call security and all they'll find is your corpse. Do we understand each other? The woman took that elevator out of here. Where does it go?
To the heliport on the roof. But she's already taken off. It's too late to catch her. Jesus. What do you even want from me?
You obviously know what's happening at Tarker's Mill. Don't pretend that you don't have a network.
That's some dangerous information. You sure you want to know?
Talk.
Endron purchased some facilities at Tarker's Mill. And they're not there to create jobs, no. They plan to do the same thing they always do. Suck the land dry, even if it kills every living thing there in the process. And they'll kill anyone who stands in their way.
They can't just kill whoever they want. They've got money, but people would know. The media would spread it far and wide.
You really don't know what you're up against, do you? Endron is powerful. They can do whatever they want. No one will care about a few dead protesters. History is written by the victors, after all. Now, die!
Bollocks! Security! Alert!
Tarker's Mill. My old cairn. Adana. I have to go back. Dusk.
What the fuck are you doing, Go? I just had to pop a couple guards who wanted to put a bullet in my head. Get the fuck back here already.
Sorry, but I didn't have a choice. Keep the engine running. We're out of here as soon as I get back.
The alarm went off in the boss's office, but I'm not getting any response from that sector. Take your positions, people. Maximum alert until the situation's clear.
ready for anything.
Stay on your guard. Let's spot there's an intruder in the air. Be careful. Increase the security level. Be on the lookout. Make him hurt.
Got an intruder. Get ready to... Need official sent back up. That's not real.
No reply from the delivery bay either. Shit, what's going on?
we headed?
Tarker's Mill. We're too late. Engine is already here.
What do we do?
Stop the truck.
What's even down there?
My home. Dusk, stay out of this.
Wait! Call!
Rodko! Rodko, they've cleared our northern line. They have an exo.
We'll take care of the wounded later. We have to stop them.
Let's go! Move! Over there!
Right.
Rodko.
You'll regret that. Clever boy. Ultra, fall back!
Fucking Silver.
Tell me, where's Adana?
Don't worry, Cahal. Your daughter didn't fight this battle.
How are your wounds?
Riddled with silver. They'll take days to heal. But things would have been far worse if you hadn't stepped in.
I just did what I had to do. Nothing more.
I honestly never thought I'd see your face again. Why'd you come back, Cahal?
I heard that the cairn was going to be attacked. I was afraid for you. For Adana.
And how did you hear that?
I overheard Endron talking about it on my last job. I may have left Tarker's Mill, but I never turned my back on it. I couldn't just abandon you.
You found it easy enough 5 years ago. Your cairn and your daughter have always needed you. I tried to tell you that.
Where is she, Rodko?
With Ava. Working undercover at the biggest Endron site in the Pacific Northwest. Best option available to us after the failure of our last mission.
Your last mission? What do you mean?
You remember the old abandoned mine not far from here? Endron bought it and turned it into a training center for their new recruits. I launched an attack to wipe them out, but Tank Girl stopped us. The woman you saw in the exo during the attack, she drove us back.
Tank Girl, you call her. I encountered her during my last mission. She was trying to buy silver bullets from an arms dealer. That's where I learned she was planning an attack on the cairn.
Major Raynor. That's the name her men give her. But to us, she's Tank Girl. And she leads Endron's troops with about as much grace. Their attack on the cairn was their first wave of revenge for our attack on the training center. We managed to repel them this time, but it's only a temporary victory. They might return at any moment. And Endron just keeps recruiting soldiers.
Then we've got to go back to the mine and destroy their training center. It's the only way to buy the cairn any sort of safety. No matter how brief.
Go back? No. Not until I'm well again. Then we can strike. Until I'm healed, there's no way we can make him...
Tell me about Ava. How's she doing?
When you went into exile, she succeeded you as my lieutenant. She was ready and willing, but it was hardly a smooth transition. I was forced to make some concessions.
I can imagine. There are a lot of humans in the cairn. A lot more than when I was here.
Ava's lamb to mankind.
I'd heard about her group of activists. They're actually getting a lot of attention at the moment. Not sure if that's the best thing for the pack.
That's what I thought too. At first.
At first? So you've changed your mind about humans. That's a surprise.
A lot of things have changed in the past 5 years. Myself included. For the longest time, I never trusted humans. But then I saw how they fought. How they stood strong for what they believed in. I saw their potential. Even I had to admit that Ava was right. The humans have been stalwart allies in our fight for Gaia. Now you've seen firsthand what Indran is doing to us. Our ranks grow thinner every year. Ava's humans aren't afraid to put their lives on the line for the planet. What more could I ask for?
Tell me about Adana. How have you trained her?
Just as I promised you. I trained her to be a warrior. I taught her everything she needed to fight, to defend herself, so that we wouldn't see a repeat of what happened to Ludmilla.
Has she gone through her first change yet?
Not yet. And despite all my training, she never showed much inclination toward the wild side of things. She preferred to spend her time with Ava, studying humans, technology, and infiltration.
To walk in Ludmilla's footsteps.
That's right. And though it's not how I wanted to do things, it certainly paid off. She has proved to be an exceptional spy. Rest assured, though, Adana's just as much Garu as you or me. Her first change will come in time, no matter what path she chooses to take. Until I'm healed.
I'll take care of that goddamn training center myself. You know I can handle it on my own.
No. You're no longer a part of this pack. It's my responsibility.
And how long will it take for you to get better? Days?
I'll think about it. Go pay your respects to your Fen and come back to me. Then we'll talk about the mine.
The cairn is in a bad way. Dusk, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to keep clear.
You really thought I'd leave you behind like that? You should know me better than that by now. Besides, looks like you need all the help you can get. I really don't want to lose my front row tickets to the Cahal show.
Thanks, Dusk.
Okay, yeah, no. Thanks sounds real weird coming out of you. Put that shit away.
Well, if you really want to help.
I'll go look after the injured. I rang the Weatherstormers and asked them to lend us a hand, too. Don't worry about me. You just do what you gotta do.
Didn't even know how to fight. He was a spirit healer, a caretaker of children.
Endrin doesn't show anyone mercy, and we won't either.
Ceres? But how? She was in the back, tending to the wounded.
It's all my fault. They had a sniper.
I just couldn't take him out in time.
It has been many a year since I last felt your presence, warrior of Gaia.
It's been nearly as long since anyone called me that.
Your cairn needs you, and the wild has need of your protection. The Eater of Souls is fighting with all his might to take control of it. And he is winning. The corruption takes many forms, but the effects are always the same. You must help us fight back. You must help me to combat the worm, to protect the wild.
I'm not worthy to be your protector, Ethan. I've given in to my rage. To the worm. I'm nothing but a danger to the spirits of Gaia.
So you claim. But even now, you prepare to destroy the worm's forces slithering beneath the Earth's surface. You may think that you are fighting for your own interests, but it is still Gaia you serve. To fight your battles, you will need power. Power I can provide by helping you develop your warrior gifts.
Thank you, Ethan.
You may find lost spirits during your travels. Return them to me, and I will be able to strengthen your natural abilities. One last request before you depart. Many of your kin fell in combat. I would ask you to bury them. You will find their bodies both inside and around the cairn. Your penumbra vision will show you the way. Soothe their souls and send them to me, so that they may travel to the wild without being captured by the worm.
I will if I can, but my priority is Endron's training center.
Weaken the forces of the worm there, but never forget your brothers and sisters. Gaia needs you.
I hope Rodko's changed his mind. You deserve to rest at last, Magnus. Go to Ethan. He's waiting.
Ah, Cahal. It's good to see you, old friend. Take care of the cairn.
Ceres, Gaia thanks you for your sacrifice. Now go. Ethan is waiting for you.
Save the forest, Cahal. Drive out the worm.
The forest shrinks a little more each day.
Rodko must have written this when he lost his sister.
Influence grows even stronger.
Hey, Cahal. It's good to see your face again.
My son. They killed my son.
He's lost a lot of blood. I don't know if he'll make it through the night. Has anyone told his wife yet?
She's gone. She bled out just before they shot him.
This letter must have been sent just before the attack on the cairn. This is only a few months old. That was 2 years ago now. Your mother would have been so proud. Ludmilla used to say the same thing. Following in her mother's footsteps.
Hello, Call.
Old notes from Ava, before she created Lambda Mankind. My Irish brethren, but that was a lifetime ago.
How many did you lose?
Cahal, I'm glad you're back. And we lost a lot of good people today. We're lucky it wasn't worse.
Though with half our survivors wounded, another attack would be the end of us.
Now breathe.
I'll make good use of that. I went to see Fenn. He's gotten so weak. Please, Rotko, let me help you. Let me deal with this training center.
Why is it that you care now, Cahal? We were so easy to ignore when we went right in front of you. What? You want to be part of the pack again?
I want to help the pack. I want to protect Adana.
But you don't intend to rejoin us.
I've already given into rage and killed one of our kin, Rotko. I can't take the risk of doing it again.
You already know I disagree. Nonetheless, we are united by those we mourn. So I'll accept your help.
So what can you tell me about this so-called training center?
Ava managed to get a hold of the mine blueprints to help us prepare for our previous attack. The site's weak point is its power supply. They apparently haven't had the time to give it a proper upgrade. The whole thing is powered by one big propane tank, just like it was when it was a mine.
I see. So if I blow up the tank, the whole mine will cave in, taking the training center with it. Then we'll need explosives. You'll be happy to know I didn't come back empty-handed.
I'm aware. I met your new friend, Dusk, right? He gave me the explosives you two stole. We've still got a problem, though. You don't know the layout of the site, and I'm too injured to go with you. Huh. I don't like touching the stuff, but I suppose I'll use Ava's radio equipment to guide you. That should do the trick.
Perfect. So we'll stay in radio contact.
Take the explosives and go. Good luck, Cahal.
Dusk, my friend, I owe you. Good to see you made it through okay.
Thanks in no small part to you. I'm glad you came back, Cahal.
Lambda Mankind really helped us out too. We're lucky to have them with us.
Adana was only a few days old when Ludmilla wrote this letter.
Go, Fianna warrior, and survive.
Leandra, be at peace. I will protect the cairn. Go to Ifen.
Of course, Val. I'm glad I got to see you. One last time.
Your eyes open. If any of those assholes show themselves, just fire. Do not
Iron
hesitate.
Wind. Your struggle is over. Ifen is waiting for you.
Cahal, keep fighting. Protect the cairn for me.
They're currently recruiting at their training center.
Then, perhaps I need to enlist.
Fortune.
Tell me about it. I mean, pump-action rifles with holographic sights? Even the Army doesn't have that shit yet.
You here to enlist?
Yeah, hear you've been having some trouble lately.
You hear correctly. We were attacked a few days ago. We pushed them back, but let's just say we're a little understaffed right now.
What's in this training program of yours anyway?
That's classified. But those who survive their training become real killing machines. With real thick wallets, too. What do you say? You interested?
Absolutely.
That's the spirit. Did you register on our website?
Nah, I prefer to do things in person.
Can't say I blame you. What's your name?
Cahal Phil.
Cahal Philin. Hell of a name. There you go. You're on the list. All right, then. Go report to the instructor for testing. He's in the warehouse. Oh, and one last thing. Looking at you, it's pretty obvious you've done some time. Try not to mention that. The instructor hates ex-cons. This way. Control, I've got a candidate for you.
Welcome. If you're looking to sign up, you have to talk to the instructor. Head over to that building in the courtyard.
The last batch of recruits should be finishing their training soon.
Just in time for Major Grainer to launch an attack.
Fine. I wasn't doing all that training just for my health.
Caught one of Endron's new ads on TV last night. They've even got a brand new slogan. Greener action serving the biosphere.
Damn. There's nothing they won't greenwash, huh?
Tell me about it. Couldn't be further away from their actual motto.
I'm here to be recruited.
You? How'd you make it through the physical without breaking a hip? All right, Gramps. Let me just find you on the list here.
I signed up at the entrance. Kahal Philin.
Ah, right. Here you are. Now let's get down to business. You ready for the interview?
I'm ready.
Let's start with a technical question then. Our assault troops are equipped with a new type of pump-action rifle. What kind of sight is it equipped with?
Pump actions don't have sights.
Wrong. They have a holographic sight. But I understand why you'd get that wrong, Grandpa. Back in your day, they probably still had bayonets. Let's talk Endron now. The company has an internal motto for those in the know. Can you tell me what it is?
The cost of the fine is always less than the cost of compliance.
That's the one. Sounds like you're gonna fit right in. Some guys roll on in complaining about the company not having a moral code. Screw them. Okay, enough of this paper-pushing bullshit. I know a combat vet when I see one. Welcome to Endron's training program. Head over to the waiting room. Someone will come get you new recruits in a few minutes.
Understood.
To get through their test just like that. Well done. They want to make you wait. We don't have time for that. You should see a command post overlooking the waiting room. They'll have a computer inside and a service door leading into the mine. That computer will allow you to open the service door and cut communications with the lower floor. And the people here won't know what's going on in the training center.
Should have picked another job.
Eyes open, huh? What was that? Intruder! Weapons ready! Stay on your target.
I'm in the mine.
The propane tank's at the center of the site. There should be a service door that leads there.
Major Rainer's offering.
Cross your fingers, we're gonna be part of the team for the next attack.
Welcome, soldier, to Endron's training center. You are about to undergo a state-of-the-art training regimen. Transform you from flabby disappointment to a... Before you begin, you'll be given a checkup by our medical staff.
Trespasser!
I see the tank.
You're going to have to cut through the medical sector to get there.
They're injecting something into their recruits.
We're aware. Endron soldiers reek of the worm. We've been trying for weeks to figure out just what's in that serum of theirs.
How long will it be before our latest batch of recruits is trained?
2 months for most of them. Less for the ones who react well to the serum.
Excellent. I'll communicate that to Major Grainer when she returns.
Trespasser sighted!
We've got an intruder! We've got a...
So the injections have something to do with the worm.
We think so, but we can't prove it yet. That's one of the things Ava and Adana are investigating.
There's silver here. Lots of it. The smell's overwhelming.
It must be in their armory. The propane tank's downstairs from you.
Alert! All personnel. The security of this installation has been compromised. The site is under lockdown. Defend it immediately.
I made it to the propane tank, but there's a soldier guarding it. He's more monster than man, though. Just muscles stacked on muscles.
One of their elite soldiers. One way or another, you're gonna have to deal with him.
Security's detected an intruder, but he's not going anywhere now that we've got the site locked down. Stay on your guard, and put a bullet in him.
Set the explosives. There we go. The explosives are in place.
Time for you to get out of there.
Hello there.
The rest of you clear this room. Leave no stone unturned. The intruder's still in the center. Find him.
What was that sound?
This is about those big bastards.
You should see air vents running along the top of the walls in some rooms. When the ventilation system isn't running, those ducts will lead you straight outside.
Search the warehouse. If you find the intruder, don't try to play hero. Give the alert immediately. What the hell? Smoke!
Make yourself security breach. What the hell? Everyone on me!
Nice.
What's the latest on the program?
The flamethrower exos have just cleared testing. Just got the green light for their deployment.
Good. Keep it up.
Should have picked another job. Almost at the control room.
Steel yourself. Cutting the ventilation won't go unnoticed.
ventilation system's down.
Then your path is clear. Good news. Ava's just arrived back at the cairn and brought your daughter with her.
Hidana.
I imagine you'd like to see your daughter before anything else. She'll be in Ava's quarters, I'm sure.
Nobody here, but our computer's on.
Cahal! You know I hate it when people mess with my stuff.
That's an impressive amount of equipment.
It's the bare minimum for leading a handful of activists against a megacorp like Endrin.
Haven't changed much, have you? Aside from a couple of new lines on your face.
Thanks, asshole. You know, I always knew you'd come back. It was just a matter of when.
This isn't quite the reunion I had in mind.
But it's a happy one. I heard about your handiwork at the mine.
Hidana.
Cahal?
You must have a lot to talk about. I'll go check on the solar panels. Catch you later.
Hidana, how are you doing? You've grown.
It's not worth trying to rebuild that bridge now, Cahal. Not after abandoning me for 5 years.
I'm sorry, Hidana.
Where do you think an apology is going to get you? You know, it was hard enough to get over Mom's death, but dealing with the fact that you chose to leave me behind when I needed you most, that left a scar. You were so focused on doing what you thought was right, that you never thought about what it might do to me.
I don't blame you if you hold it against me. But I still stand by my choice. I spent those 5 years finding my way back to the man I was. Even if you were with me, I wouldn't have been me. And you'd have been just as alone. I was in no state to look after you. I couldn't have been the father you needed. I wasn't.
Stop, Cahal. I'm really not in the mood to hear you rewrite our family history. Endrin just carved a bloody wound into my cairn. They killed my friends. Right now, all I care about is tearing Endrin apart.
Rodko told me you and Ava were undercover at Endrin during the attack.
That's right. I managed to infiltrate the fracking site. They just upped my security clearance, too. I've got access to their protected data. This is the best chance we've ever had at taking Endrin down. We sink them from the inside.
Endrin's built a fracking site.
It was a rush job. They'd set it up and posted guards before we had any time to react. It's a danger to nature and the spirits alike. Those sites are one of the greatest threats Gaia faces today. It hurts my heart to work there. But I also know that I'm the best chance we've got of putting a stop to it. Soon.
You really do take after your mother. Took me aback at first.
I miss her too, Cahal. I think about her every day.
She would have been proud of you.
If you say so.
I'm proud of you, too.
That's nice of you to say and all, but I know you didn't want me to follow her path. That you wanted me to be a warrior like you and Rodko.
I don't know about that. But Garu's life has its share of problems, too. I can't blame you for following your mother's example. She really was exceptional.
She sacrificed herself for Gaia. And she didn't abandon me, so you know.
How was it with Rodko and Ava?
Honestly, it was hard at first. Rodko was... he was really mad at himself. Over you going away. Over Mom's death. He obsessed over my first change. Trained me for months and months. But as we trained, I started thinking, I don't want to go through my first change.
Are you scared?
Fuck no. I just don't want to be a Garu. You're all too unstable. Mom wasn't a Garu, and she was one of the best fighters the Cairn had ever seen. I think that's why I drifted toward Ava and her way of doing things. Fortunately, Rodko mellowed out after a while.
I was able to talk with him earlier. Seems like he's gotten more open-minded in these past few years.
It took him some time to come around, but he finally realized that Ava's methods serve Gaia just as well as his do. Now he's got no problem with the idea of working with humans, or my choice to follow in Mom's footsteps. Anyway, Ava and I will keep working at Endron's fracking site. We're gonna take those assholes down from the inside.
You've seen how bloodthirsty Endron is. Did you know they have a price on your head?
They're not the first, and they're not about to scare me into stopping. We've lost too many already. And if we run, how will we honor their memory? The pack comes first. Besides, Endron doesn't suspect me at all. I'm secure over there.
Secure?
Endron has full confidence in me. Hell, the whole team at the fracking site looks to me for my expert chemical analyses. As long as I stay their golden girl, there's no way they'd imagine I'm connected to those scary eco-terrorists. Least of all the Cairn.
Sink Endron from the inside. And how do you plan on doing that?
A while back, Ava, Rodko, and I discovered that Endron's injecting its new recruits with a special serum that makes them more... everything.
Yeah, I saw it myself when I was in their training center. The injection transforms people. Makes them stink of the worm.
There's more to it than that. When I first joined Endron's ranks, I was trying to figure out what was going on with their biofuel project. But while I was analyzing the formula for the biofuel, I noticed an encrypted molecule within it. No employees have access to its composition. That same molecule is in the substance they're injecting their troops with, as well as another project, the Earthblood Protocol.
The Earthblood Protocol? Any idea what that's about?
Not yet. But that can wait until after we figure out what this mystery molecule actually is. Once we figure out what that mystery molecule really is, we'll know what they're pumping their soldiers with, and their plans for this biofuel. Then we'll leak that info to everyone who'll listen, block the biofuel's launch, and hopefully put the final nail in Endron's coffin. Thing is, right now the encryption they're using on their data is impossible to break. That's why we came back. We wanted to tell Rodko how we were stuck and figure out what to do from here.
Yeah, I read Ava's letter to Rodko. How can I help?
If you want to help, go meet with Ava. She and Rodko will be figuring out our next steps.
Alright, I'll go check in with her and then have a talk with Rodko. Any idea where I'll find her?
By our solar panels. If you've got any other questions, you'll find me with the rest of the pack. They need me.
Old notes from Ava, before she created Lambda Mankind.